Hi, welcome to IDS 300 Introduction to Interdisciplinary Studies. My name is Dr. Charles Harrington. I'm the faculty member assigned to teach this class this semester. I want to welcome you, and I'm going to talk today just briefly about what the course is like, what the expectations are, breeze through some of the syllabus stuff, and then talk to you about what the deliverables or what your assignment is going to be and what I expect you to do during the first week. Every week, what you'll be getting is I'll put up a very similar video, and I'll talk about work for the week and any little tidbits. And that's a way of kind of helping you along through the course, and plus it's a good reminder to me of when your stuff is due. Because this isn't the only class that I'm teaching, but hey, I'm really glad that you're in this class. I know that you're an IDS major. Some of you are probably my advisees, and I'm glad you're in the class, and hopefully at the end of the class, you'll have a much better understanding, appreciation for, and introspective grasp of what interdisciplinary inquiry is. Well, this course, it's the first one. You've got two, IDS 300 and then Senior Seminar. The whole idea here is really to introduce you to this idea of interdisciplinary study, interdisciplinarity. How do you look at a particular topic or topics through multiple interdisciplinary frameworks? And a way that you can think about this is take music, right? Everybody loves music. There's a psychological impact of music. That is, studies that show psychologically how are we affected by the music we listen to. You can all relate to this. You're in the car driving along and your jam comes on, your mood changes, you smile, maybe you drive a little more aggressively, or maybe perhaps you're a little more chill depending on what you listen to. So, psychological impact of music. Well, music also is impacted sociologically, and that's how a group or groups of people are impacted by music. We've used music for social concerns, political concerns, ways to maybe agitate, organize, and educate groups of people. There's also a biological impact and effect of music. Sometimes when you listen to music, your heart rate changes, or you become less stressful, or maybe even more stressful, depending on what you listen to. But there's a variety of research topics within the discipline of biology that look at the impact of music on biological systems. There's also the philosophy. What does music mean? What is the meaning of music? Why do we have it? What does it try to convey? What thoughts or feelings or emotions are conveyed? There's the economic impact of music. Music is very big business. Many of the famous musicians that we appreciate and like happen to be multi-millionaires or extremely wealthy because of their music. So the music business is also something that is a discipline unto itself. And there are a variety of different disciplines that come in to music design, the relationship between music and fashion. So what we'll be doing as we go through this shortened course, the course is only 8 weeks. We move really quickly. So you're going to have to be on your toes. So what we're going to do in the class is I'm going to try to use a couple different disciplines and introduce you to this idea of interdisciplinary inquiry. And basically what we're going to do in the next 8 weeks is look at the relationship between law and the arts. Law is made up of a number of different disciplines of philosophy and psychology and history and economics. And, of course, the arts are dance and music and theater, film, design, sculpture, those types of things. And so as we go through the class, I'm going to hopefully get you to see that these different disciplines use different approaches to the work. The way that a philosopher would analyze a topic like music would be completely different than, say, a biologist or a sociologist or even a criminologist. And to understand that there are complements and then there's some differences. So that's what we're going to kind of be doing. All your work is online. I think if you've looked at the syllabus, there's no book. I went out and picked all the articles that you need. Now let me tell you about the articles. They're trying to think of a better word. Boring comes to mind, but some of these articles are a little bit thick. The articles that deal with law are written for law students. The philosophy articles are written by philosophers for philosophers. So as you read through this stuff, be patient. So what we're going to be doing each week is you're going to be reading some articles that are out there, and I'm going to have you journal the articles. And basically the idea of a journal, and there are videos in Blackboard that show you how to create and post a journal in Blackboard. But the idea is basically you read an article, and in a couple of paragraphs you'd answer the question, so what? What did this mean? I don't want you to tell me what's in the article because, come on, I read it too. But the point being is I really want to look into your thinking. What did you think about what you read? Anything surprising? Did you believe everything you read? I hope that you don't believe, in general, everything you read. But what did it make you think about? Can you connect it to anything personal in your life or other courses or out into the world? And something that I call the aha moment. Did you look at this and go, wow, I had no idea. So journaling is going to be a big part of that. I'm also going to have some discussion board assignments where I'll put posts out there and get you to respond to them. Of course, this is a class that's going to have some quizzes, and you'll have all of them. Let me tell you about the quizzes. Quizzes are all open-ended questions. I don't believe in fill in the blank or multiple guess, those types of things. So they're all open-ended questions, and shouldn't pose any major difficulty for you. Just stay on task. One thing I'd suggest to you is that to be successful in this course, you really got to master time management, because we're busy. We're busy people. We got a lot going on, and you're busy too. So just try to keep pace of all this. Let's look at week one. Week one, we're going to start on Monday, and the weekends, in this class, the week doesn't end on Friday. The weekend's on Saturday night at midnight, because a lot of you working full-time, got child care, elder care, you got stuff going on. So I want to give you enough time to complete the assignments without killing yourself doing it. So when I say a deliverable for the week, I'm talking about your stuff's got to be done by Saturday at midnight. Now, life happens. You run up on a snag, something happens that you can't make the deadline. Please let me know beforehand. Don't be emailing me at 11:59 on Saturday night. Not that I read it anyway, but saying, hey, Dr. H, something has come up and I can't submit my stuff. That's not enough time. I mean, think about it. So, week one. Here are the deliverables. I'm going to have you read 3 articles, and we're going to start with philosophy. And so we're going to look at the meaning of art, as a number of different philosophers define what art is. We'll look at what is public art. Art, when I say public art, I mean art that's developed and created, put out there by artists for the public to enjoy. And then really the philosophical foundations of beauty and meaning and the aesthetic, which basically lend themselves to the creative act, which results in art. The best-known philosopher for that is Plato. Let me tell you about Plato. Reading Plato is no walk in the park. Platonic dialogue is kind of difficult to get through, but it's important. It's really important if you want to know what is truth and beauty and what is art. So, this week I want you to read those 3 articles. Then, at the end of the week, what I want you to do is journal number 1. So, after you've read those 3 articles, let me know what you learned. What do you think about what you read? Did you find Plato hard to read? Were you excited by it? Did it speak to you? What about these other pieces? Kind of what did you learn? So that's what we're going to do for this first week. The quiz will come. There'll be a quiz next week. Quizzes are only going to cover the stuff that you've been assigned. I don't throw little curves. So this week, 3 articles, journal. Do spend some time taking a look at the syllabus. The syllabus is our contract. What I expect of you, what you expect of me, and kind of how we negotiate through the course so that it results in your grade at the end of the semester. And because this course is online, hey, I'm here for you. You can email me, you can text me. I've got my phone number in there. The only thing I ask you is to try not to call me on the phone any later than 11. I'm old. I go to bed early. So welcome to the class. I'm delighted that you're here. And it's going to be a good semester. And I hope you're going to learn a lot. Okay? So I'll come to you virtually again next week. Have a great week. And get outside if you can.